Welcome to On the Rise podcast. I'm Adrian Garcia, your host, and I'm here with special guests for the first time, Mr. Munoz.
Hey, hello.
Glad
How's
to have
everybody
you
doing?
here, man.
Hey, thank you for
Yeah,
having me.
it's a big honor, you know. We've just been trying to test over and over, but you can only practice so much
No, yeah.
until you actually do that final thing.
No, yeah, for sure.
So, do you want to tell me, a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, Anthony Munoz. I'm a campus monitor here at Sunrise Mountain High School. Some of you might have seen me in the halls and everything like that. I also am the head coach for the girls soccer team. I'm going into my second season this year currently with the girls. And yeah, pretty much it. I coach down here at Bailey too, help with the younger kids and everything, trying to develop with them and everything like that as well.
What's your full face of coaching with how your style basis? Like how do you tell someone what soccer is that doesn't know anything about soccer?
I mean, usually I tell a lot of people, soccer, to certain people that don't really know it, they think it's just kicking the ball and just running around. But soccer is more like a mentality thing.
Yeah.
You got to use your mind. It's about kind of looking at the open spaces, moving around, communicating with your team. And also it's about building a type of bond and chemistry within each other. A lot of it, I feel, is how do you say it? It's more of a philosophy, it's a bonding moment, and the more chemistry you create within each other, that's kind of where you learn how to play the game. You kind of learn how certain people move, so it's a bit easier to move in those open spaces or directions. So I would say it's not really just kicking the ball and running around,
Yeah.
It's a lot of more mental-wise and kind of trying to be locked in and learning how to the different type of play styles. Me, I'm more of a motivational coach. I try to push my players and kind of get the best out of them. But then there's also other coaches that, solely focus on defense, attacking, and all the different types of things.
Would you say this season is better than last season?
So far, starting off, yes. It's a complete turnaround from last season. I mean, it started off really rough. We were trying to improve from the previous season before I came in and coached. I wanted to kind of change the philosophy within the girls, let them know, in the team there is some belief, there is potential, there is talent, but it's just really about the hard work and how bad you want it. If we're just here, just to play soccer and not actually have anywhere to improve or what we want to work towards, that's kind of where the motivation and the lack of effort dies away.
Like a mental mentality.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I wanted to bring to the team, have these girls want to be hungry to get wins,
Right.
to kind of be competing against these other teams. Because, I mean, for a long time, the boys, they've been the top team around and stuff like that.
The most dominant one out of all.
Yeah.
Of them.
And then the girls, I mean, for a couple years, they were having a successful reign and stuff like that. They had playoff success and everything like that. And I kind of want to get that back on track and kind of have it more balanced out within the teams. Like the same thing all the other coaches here are trying to do within the sports. We want to kind of get everybody back on track and kind of be ahead and everything like that. Be competing with these other teams and have these kids hungry, be motivated to kind of want to perform.
Yeah. Sorry, I just went blank.
No, yeah, you're good.
If you didn't want to do coaching, what other careers would you do?
At one point, I was looking into becoming a counseling psychologist,
Really?
Yeah, I really, I like, talking to people, kind of trying to share my background knowledge, push people in a good direction, try to get them into the steps that they want to be to become successful. I like to kind of listen and hear people vent and stuff like that, and, try to give them helpful advice that's going to benefit them in the long run. And that's something that I really looked into because, like I said, back then when I was younger and stuff like that, I mean, not saying that I'm old and everything like that, but, I used to like hear people and communicate and talk like that, and I felt like a counseling psychologist, I mean, that's somebody that's around and listens to people and helps them, and, I mean, they're really useful within the world because some people here don't really have people to talk to, so
Don't have
it helps a lot.
voice or anything.
Yeah.
With that, any teaching involved? Did you even want to go to the school?
To this school?
Yeah, to coach.
So, I mean, I didn't really have a preference, The opportunity arose because at first I started here coaching. I was coaching here, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm a alumni from here, so I graduated here. I came to this school and everything like that. And this school, like I said, I mean, it's something exciting, something different within the other schools. We're one of the newer schools here around the valley and stuff like that. So it's kind of, why wouldn't you want to come to Sunrise and kind of help build what's trying to be built into
like
the new
it's been
era?
your home, and you want to keep it like it.
Yeah, and it's kind of it's exciting to see the new talent and what's becoming of like within the whole school and stuff like that. The whole turnaround from what I used to know. I mean, it's a lot different now, and I mean, I'm glad to see the schools like growing and kind of evolving.
What is your best memory and your worst memory?
My best memory would be the first year coaching here at Sunrise, winning state with the boys. That's just something unforgettable, the moment you don't forget lifting the trophy and celebrating, all the hard work. I mean, it all came together, that group of boys, they worked really hard. They believed in the goal, which was winning state, and everybody made sure to leave everything on the field every game. And I mean, that's something you can only ask for from all the players.
Yeah, 110%.
Yeah, and I mean, my worst memory, I would say, was last year with the girls. Last game of the season, we had to win it, and we would have been able to go to playoffs. That would have been a huge increase and, a huge, like, celebratory victory. But unfortunately, things didn't go like we planned. We lost and stuff like that. And, I mean, seeing the other team celebrate and be happy because they kept us from making it to playoffs.
Just because one game wins your whole entire season, you can't just let that down. You gotta go way harder than way before.
And I mean, coming into the season, that was my mentality with the girls. I never want to live through that again. Having to go through all that, having to win the last game of the season and then just choking out. I mean, it feels terrible. It's a terrible feeling. But I mean, this year, I'm very confident these girls are going to put in the work, and we're going to be able to clinch playoff contention.
Yeah. Away from coaching life, how has been your personal life with coaching moving along? Is it been like in looped, or is it you like kept it separately?
So I mean, my life personally, I mean, I feel like it's been on a high rise. It's been going up. I mean, I've been getting all these new opportunities. Working with the students on the field and as well off the field here at the school. It's been a big increase because you kind of get to know the students and kind of know what's going around and everything like that. So I think that really helps with the background knowledge because I mean, a lot of kids are different nowadays. It's not like before where kids were always happy or talking about everything so open. A lot of the kids, due to COVID, they're really closed in now, and they don't like to communicate. And sometimes, it's good to talk to people, like I said, and I really like kind of getting to know everybody, know the differences within each other, because on the outside, we're not the same like how we are on the inside.
Here's a personal question.
Yeah.
What is the best FIFA?
The best FIFA. I would say, like, for me personally, I love FIFA 09. That's when I feel like it was the prime of every soccer team, the top six and everything like that. I mean, everybody was there competing, and it was just crazy. All the talents from defense to midfield, attacking players. It was just crazy every weekend watching the games, waking up on the mornings and everything like that. And, I mean, playing FIFA, just being able to hang out with your friends on the weekend, just have fun, freestyle, and do all of that. I mean, it was an awesome game.
Mr. Freestyle?
Yeah, like on that like FIFA and stuff, and then when they came out with FIFA Street and all that stuff, so it was pretty cool.
You don't like FIFA 9 from FIFA 10? I mean, that has the World Cup and has new features.
No, yeah. I mean, they're pretty cool and stuff like that. I mean, but like FIFA 09, that's just like something different, taking it back then and everything like that too.
Yeah. Best team?
For me,
Yeah.
Personally, Barcelona all the way,
Yeah.
That's the team that I love. But like I said, I mean, everybody has their differences. Some people love Real Madrid, Manchester United, Borussia Dortmund, Atletico Madrid. And I mean,
struggling, man.
Yeah, everybody has their difference. And like, for me, I just love the philosophy of Barcelona and, I mean, how they're playing, how they're developing their players. Couple of years, they've been on a downfall and stuff like that. But, I mean, the past 2 seasons, they've been really picking it up. And, I mean, the new president of the club, he's been turning the club around, took them out of debt. They were about, I think it was like $1.4 billion in debt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're not playing their players for sure.
No, yeah. And then, I mean, they change that wage gap up down to 268 million. I mean, it's a big difference, you know. They're not in debt a billion now, but they're still in debt
Did you
200.
see that they were like selling pieces of grass
Yeah, I
from
seen
the
that.
field? Yeah.
Yeah, the little fields and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I was looking at it. The prices a bit crazy, you know,
Yeah.
$20 for a little piece of grass and stuff like that. But
Hey, you gotta get your money somehow.
no, yeah, for sure. I mean, and they're doing it right. I mean, partnering with Spotify, you know,
Yeah.
having those little special kids when they do the classical and everything like that.
That
I
was
mean,
just
so it's a big
nice.
difference. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's it. What advice would you give to a freshman that's coming here, you know, without high school knowledge or anything?
The advice I would give a freshman is take control of all your opportunities. You know, don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared to go for what you want to do here. I mean, everything's open, judge-free zone and everything like that. I mean, as long as you want to go for something and you believe in it, I mean, just go for it. You shouldn't really have to question or back down just because people are freshmen and stuff like that. I mean, it's the time to learn, and all these upperclassmen, I mean, most of the time, they're more than welcome to help you. They're more than welcome to communicate with you and all that stuff like that. So, I mean, as a freshman, it is challenging. You're coming up from middle school, getting used to all these changing classes and the way high school works. A lot of people growing and trying to figure out who they want to become themselves and stuff like that. So that's something to always keep in mind. I mean, it's about growing and living life, and high school is kind of the moment where you're learning who you want to be and who you want to become and what you want to do.
How long have you been at the school?
This school, I'm going on my third year already here at the school working. Yes, sir.
Have you seen any juniors? Like, have you seen the freshman to junior kind of thing? Is there any students like that?
Yeah. So like some of my when I started coaching here, when with like our JV players and the younger classmen, like the freshmen, I mean, watching them grow into juniors and kind of the difference that they've been making, it's a big difference from how they were when they first came in here.
Right,
And I
they were
mean,
just scared, and now they're like all free. And
yeah.
going
So I
around,
mean, it's nice to see like how they're becoming and stuff like that. And I mean, the young people that they're starting to become and kind of pushing them in the direction to be better, because a lot of these kids, I mean, they have talent, they have everything. It's just they really just need that push. And I mean, as long as they have somebody pushing them and kind of believing in them, I mean, the sky's the limit.
Yeah. What was your dream job?
My dream job, I mean, like any other kid, play professional soccer, travel the world, have fun, live life and everything like that. I mean, as a
Wait
child.
for that knee injury.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that was my dream job. I mean, I thought about being a cop at a point,
Really?
enjoyed that too. And then, like I said, becoming a counseling psychologist.
Mhm.
So that was a part of like on my back mind and everything like that too.
So is a counseling psychologist different than a therapist?
Yeah. So like a counseling psychologist, they're kind of like a counselor,
Right.
They're kind of just listening out, guiding you, just trying to hear
Right.
and talk with you. And then like therapist is kind of like different, you're dealing with certain issues and certain different things that they kind of they study and everything like
Yeah.
that.
What would you say if you would give advice to a person who's like closed in to help them find themselves?
I mean, it's just kind of finding your comfort space,
Yeah.
A lot of people, they feel comfortable with doing different things. I mean, a lot of people find comfort in different things, and it just starts little steps at a time. I mean, a lot of these people, they kind of need to start to build the courage. I mean, a step at a time, making an improvement. I mean, that really does help. It just depends what they're comfortable with, and kind of starting off with that and kind of trying to make the person feel comfortable, secure. That kind of is what helps open up and does different things.
Mm-hmm. What would you say it's like the best advice to give yourself?
Seek discomfort. That
Yeah.
would be my advice. I heard that one time.
Zone.
Yeah. Fly out of your comfort zone,
Yeah.
be uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable makes for the best moments, because that's when it puts you in a situation on what do you really want to do, how do you want to follow. And I feel like if you live by seeking discomfort and being in uncomfortable situations, it'll help you develop as a person, because you'll be locked in, you'll be more thoughtful and kind of paying attention to a lot of things. And I feel being in those type of situations help build the character that's kind of ready for almost most things that come at them, or a little bit more prepared with being okay with when things don't go their way or when things don't happen how we plan.
What's that one thing that gets you out of bed?
The one thing that gets me out of bed, it'll be just working, you know, having the courage, you know, to come and want to coach or want to be around the kids and just, I mean, making sure everything is good, everything is cool. And like I said, I enjoy soccer. I'm passionate about it. So, I mean, me being able to coach these kids and kind of break habits or show them things that I wish I knew when I was younger, or I wish I was taught when I was younger, that's kind of what gets me the courage, because it's like things that you work on every day, it's not going to develop, or you're not going to see a difference right away. It takes a couple of weeks and stuff like that, but in the long run, when you see the progress, it's amazing. You know, you feel good. You start to, you know, see the things you were able to do and the difference on like a couple weeks ago compared to what you've done in a couple months. And I mean, it's just a big difference.
If it wasn't for soccer, what other sport would you play?
Ooh, that's a good question. If it wasn't for soccer, I think the other sport possibly that I would be interested in would be football. That's something that, you know, I had kind of thought about it too as a young kid and stuff like that, trying to see what sports I really like most. Being out with like family. I mean, my family loves football and stuff like that. Right. And I mean, playing with them and kind of watching it on the weekends and everything like that.
Just having the whole family around,
yeah,
just being together.
Yeah, so I mean, if it wasn't for soccer, I'd probably be playing or looking into doing football and stuff like that too.
What more about football? What's your favorite team?
My favorite football team, the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, they have their different teams.
I'm not going to say anything. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
yeah.
There's the Raider fans and
Raiders,
all of that stuff. But I mean, like I said, 49ers are my team. They've been my team since I was way young and stuff like that. That's the team that I've always gone for and supported and everything like that. So, I mean, yeah, I know we have a couple of disappointing Super Bowls, but, you know, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, seeing them lately and stuff like that, the success they've been having, I mean, it's pretty awesome and stuff like that. And then, I mean, this year, really hopeful, starting off good, 2-0, looking to get 3 this weekend against the Giants. So, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
What's your daily routine?
My daily routine, I mean, Monday through Friday, usually wake up like around 5 in the morning, get ready for work, get here around 6, put away my things for the day, because like I said, right after school, I kind of get prepared for soccer practice and stuff like that, get ready to work and stuff. So, yeah, so I kind of have the idea of what it's going to look like today for practice and stuff like that. And then once 6:30 hits, I mean, get ready for the kids to start rolling in and get ready for class to start and everything like that. I go through the day, you know, just do my routes, walk around, just make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know. If any classes call, go ahead, go into those classes and everything. Pretty much it. Go to soccer, finish soccer around 4:30. I mean, sometimes if the boys need help or anything like that, I'll stick around, help them too. But that's pretty much it. Then I'll go home, relax a little bit, and just take care of any chores or any other things that I have to take care of at home and stuff.
How would you say that compared to your other routine from high school?
So my other routine from high school, it's a big difference. It was wake up in the morning, come to school, dread coming to school, you know, be tired, wanting to sleep, kind of just be in class, getting my work done, hang out with my friends. I would, you know, just be laughing, hanging out. After school, it would usually depend on the schedule, but I would either be going to work around 4, or I would just be hanging out with people who are just going home and just sleeping, because the best thing to do after school is take those naps.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, those hit.
When you know your mouth opens, just like you're in a weird position. That's the best one.
No, waking up with all the slobber and everything coming down your face.
Like, you just blink once and it's like Where am
Oh,
I?
dang,
Yeah.
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 Wake up all confused and everything,
Yeah.
thinking it's the next day. You slept through the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, and then your mom just yells at you. Like,
Not yet.
you don't get on your run.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So that was my routine back then. I mean, in high school, and then I mean, sometimes when I would work, it would be like late night works, be tired and stuff like that. But
How long
yeah.
did you work for?
From like in the nights or
Whenever. Yeah.
I mean, I started working like when I was 13. I mean, started at like the swap meet and stuff like that, selling for the vendors and all of that. Then from there, I just been around, because the goal is always to kind of, build experience, kind of see what you like, see what you don't like. And I mean, as a young kid, you're bound to experience stuff. You're not just going to get into one job and just stick to that job because as a kid, you have so many options, As a young teenager, there's only so little options that you're available to. And kind of the goal should be learn as much as you can. I mean, if you jump from other jobs, it's not always bad because you're learning, you're getting that experience, and you kind of are working with people. You're working with different people and kind of learning the different environments you're going to be in and who you're going to be around and stuff like that. So, but yeah, from the swap meet, I went as worked at KFC. I worked at McDonald's. So it's just like it's these different type of jobs. I worked as Ross as a security guard. I worked at a warehouse. I worked at a call center. So it's just all these different.
All around,
yeah. So it's just these different type of experiences and stuff like
Let me
that.
see that resume, man.
Yeah, like
Just
for
gotta
me,
mark out your name.
it's just like
Yeah.
it's just an open book. I wanted to know where I really wanted to be, where I fit best. I didn't want to be somebody, waking up, hating going to work and stuff like that. Because that's the worst.
Gotta go to work.
Yeah,
Gotta go
it's
to work. Gotta go to work. It's your routine. Like you can't leave. Like,
yeah, and it's always more comfortable to be somewhere that you love or you enjoy and stuff like that. Because that's kind of where you're never gonna fall out of place and stuff like that. You're always gonna try to make sure you're doing your best and everything like that. And like when you're at a job you don't like, it's kind of like you're gonna half do stuff. You're gonna be lazy. You're gonna be kind of slacking it a bit and stuff like that. And that's kind of where they should start. But that's where you, as a teenager growing up, when you have those open experiences and you have open jobs, because like a lot of these jobs, they'll take the teenagers, they'll hire you and stuff like that.
The young, they can work.
Yeah, and a lot of these is kind of about just putting on that face of, being talkative, communicating. And that's a lot of what these jobs like when they're looking for their people who are outgoing, people that like to communicate and everything like that. And if you're strong when you're going into these interviews, I'm more than 95% sure you're going to walk out that job interview hired. Yeah. Yeah, be hired and just I mean, they're going to ask questions that are going to throw you off, but just answer them how you would. Just answer them what comes to mind type thing. Don't kind of be stuck.
What would you say is the best person to work with?
The best person to work with?
Yeah, in this campus.
There's a lot of people that I would say is the best people to work with. I mean, a lot of the staff here, they're welcoming. A lot of the staff are open to kind of showing me the differences. And I mean, I like to listen. I like to kind of take as much advice as I can because a lot of the staff members here have more experience and have been doing a lot of this work here longer than me. So I like to kind of take in as much information as I can and kind of listen to what I can and take from that, kind of build what I want and kind of what I'm doing, but as well using some of the background knowledge that they've thrown at me or they've kind of shown me.
What other advice would you give to a student?
Another advice I would give to a student would be, just kind of enjoy the moment. High school, it goes by quick. That's something that's for sure. Me as a kid coming in here, freshman, sitting at that orientation and, when they count down those days and they show you how many more days until you're a senior and you're out of here, I kind of was excited for it. But as you grow up and as you're already out of school, it's kind of like, did I really enjoy the moment? Did I really enjoy it?
Live
Yeah.
around,
And I mean, high school, like I said, you guys are growing up. You guys are figuring who you want to be. And it's like, that's where you kind of want to take the opportunity, all the events that are here offered at the school, you guys should really attend them, build these connections, because you never know the type of friends you can make, or you never know the people you meet, everybody's different. I mean, some people, you'll know, okay, yeah, I'm okay with them, I'm not okay with them, and that's kind of where you learn where you want to be, what you want to do, what bubble you want to be in, or all that. So, I mean, I would say, take chance of everything, try to be involved as much as you can, and, like, enjoy everything you can.
Yeah.
Live in the moment.
Yeah, live in the moment. How would you say it's way different, like a different style, different era, from what you used to grow up with?
For sure. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, now it's kind of a new era of we're advancing a lot, In this world, everything is advancing. Everything is going forward. Like they used to say, time never stops. People don't wait. Everything is advancing as we're here every day. Every day there's something new coming out in the news, something new that's discovered, something new invented. So it's like, compared to when I was in school and now, it's a complete difference. It's a big difference, but I mean, it's in a good way, You see a big increase, but it's just kind of a lot more, let's add to it, and kind of from what we know, let's mix it in a bit. And I think kind of mixing in that part in a bit and everything new that's coming around, I think it's going to be a good mashup, a good mix.
Okay. Hopefully this is the last question.
No doubt.
What platform do you like to play on? Like Xbox, PlayStation?
Me, when I was younger, I would play Xbox and stuff like that, but as it grew into like the PS2s and stuff like that, I'm more of a PlayStation person, I like PlayStation, I like Sony, what they're doing.
Man.
But I mean, right now, I think Xbox has been developing a lot too, and stuff like that. So they're both on their high horse right now. They're doing different things, and I mean, people have their preferences. I do have an Xbox. I like the Game Pass and stuff like that. All the different games and stuff like that. But I mean, for me, I'm just a PlayStation person at heart. That's kind of the console that I've been sticking with and stuff like that.
Favorite game?
FIFA. That's
really?
That's like one of the games I always play. I play FIFA, sometimes UFC. I've really turned away from Call of Duty, but back then I was a big Call of Duty fan. I was always on that grinding and everything like that. But now, I mean, whenever I get a chance, sometimes I just hop on, I'll play on FIFA a bit, or if I get bored and stuff like that, I just kind of try to play onto UFC.
Well, UFC, what do you use? Like, which character do you use, or do you choose your own character?
So for UFC, yeah, like, I either use any character. I mean, it just depends. I'll use either, like, we could say Anderson Silva, Conor McGregor, Israel Adesanya, if they come out, like, any of the player updates and stuff like that. But, like, sometimes if I'm just bored and I create my own player, I mean, I'll just rock with him and stuff like that, create a random player type thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like a big blob.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second favorite game?
So, yeah, it's FIFA, UFC, and what can I say? Does it have to be, like, a new, or it could be...
No, it can be any era.
Okay, so, like, yeah, my all-time, I'm going to say, is Black Ops 2. Black Ops
Halo?
2. Halo, back then, I wasn't really into Halo, like, all that much. I was more into, like, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 1, BO2, BO1, BO, all that, so...
Which BO is the best one?
I think, me, personally, I would say Black Ops 2, just because of the whole multiplayer and the zombies and everything like that. But, I mean, all time for zombies, Black Ops 1 takes the crown for that one. Yeah, I mean, they really advanced with all the zombies and the maps and the difference with the characters and everything that they were bringing in. So I think that was when the story really started to develop within, like, the zombie verse and everything like that.
Okay. Last question for the joke, right?
Yeah.
How's your family?
So yeah, my family, I mean, I'm gonna be becoming a dad and stuff like that soon. So I'm planning for that. Yeah. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah,
do you know the gender or no?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be having a baby girl. I'm getting ready for that. Excited for it. But yeah, right now my family's good. You know, my girlfriend, she's healthy. The baby's healthy, and I mean that's all you could really ask for. That's all you could really be grateful for and hopeful for.
Yeah. With that, everybody, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like to. If not, comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.